Welcome to the BuildHERS Club podcast. We're here to bring you real conversations and fresh insights from a woman's perspective in the construction industry.
Each episode will sit down with incredible guests, female builders, designers, business owners, and industry leaders to talk about the challenges, successes, and experiences that shape our careers.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out or simply curious about the industry, this is your space to learn, be inspired, and connect with a community of strong, trailblazing women. Welcome back to the BuildHERS Club podcast, where women in construction and business come together to share stories of growth, grit, and what it truly takes to lead in a male-dominated industry.
Today's episode is a powerful and honest conversation you don't want to miss. We're joined by special guest Courtney McKendrick as we dive into the pressure to fit in, women in sales, alcohol culture, and mental health.
In industries like construction and sales, success is often tied to relationship building. And too often, that culture revolves around happy hours, late nights, unspoken expectations to fit the mold. But what happens when the mold doesn't align with who you are or how you show up? In this episode, we're breaking that mold.
We're talking about navigating the pressure to drink, setting boundaries in relationship-driven environments, prioritizing mental health, and redefining what success looks like on your terms. Courtney brings a refreshing, real perspective on sobriety, resilience, and building confidence without compromising your values. If you've ever felt the pressure to blend in, this conversation is for you. But first, let me introduce Courtney. First of all, super excited you're joining us. Yay! Courtney McKendrick-Sanders is an outside sales representative with Reese Bath & Kitchen and a dedicated leader in the North Texas building industry. Over the course of her career, she has held roles in sales, business development, and manufacturer representation with companies including Reese, Pella Windows and Doors, Lixil Water Technology, and Tri-Rep Sales. Today, she works closely with custom and production home builders, remodelers, and designers, giving her a broad perspective on the relationships and partnerships that help drive the residential building industry forward. Courtney is an active member of both the Greater Fort Worth Builders Association and the Dallas Builders Association. She serves on the board of directors for the Greater Fort Worth Builders Association, say that 5 times fast, and also holds leadership roles as chair of the Young Professionals Committee and vice president of the Professional Women in Building Council. Throughout her career, Courtney has built a reputation for creating meaningful relationships and bringing people together in ways that help businesses and individuals thrive. She is especially passionate about supporting women in the industry, investing in emerging leaders, and helping shape a strong future for the building community. With a warm, energetic, and service-driven approach, Courtney brings both heart and perspective to every conversation.
And for those of you listening out there, Courtney's like 12.
Hey, now I'm in my 30s now.
Okay, but low 30s then. Like she's like all these compliments. It's like so young. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So appreciate you coming. And it's a topic that's a little personal.
Yes.
And we're so grateful that you're willing to have this talk. So thank you so much for
very
being
vulnerable.
Here. Yes. Being vulnerable is really hard in a male-dominated industry as well.
I think sometimes it's hard in general to be vulnerable.
Yes.
I know I struggle with it sometimes.
Yes. Well, I'm not. So
you're not.
There's no struggle and I'm not vulnerable. It's not even in my vocabulary. It's so hard for me to do it.
Yeah.
It's a real difficult thing to do. Even my therapist is like, oh my gosh, you're like a big old brick wall chipping away at it little by little.
Maybe because I know you differently. It doesn't seem like that.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
yeah.
I have 5 people I'll maybe do that with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 5.
Yeah. Well, so how did you get into this industry? Like, give us the story.
Yeah. So, I got into this industry because my dad and actually my uncle as well, are in the industry. I remember growing up, they're both in the plumbing industry. And so, I remember growing up, kids would ask, what do your parents do? What do your parents do? And I always told them, my dad sells toilets. And
I'm a toilet princess.
Yes. And my dad would be like, can you please stop telling people that I sell toilets? I sell so many other things besides toilets. And I'm like, and he always said, he was like, Courtney, we've got to get you into this industry. And I was like, I don't know. Look, here I am, right? Selling toilets, among other things. But yeah, so I actually went to school for architecture, for 2 years and decided to go a different path. And I got into sales and ended up quitting school and, going into sales and, I found my way to the plumbing industry and in the construction industry, and I've been here ever since. I love it.
Yeah.
I never thought that, you never think your parents are right? And
well, especially in your teens and 20s.
right,
Oh,
yeah. And so here I am in sales in the plumbing industry and appliances, and loving it, loving the construction industry. So
It's amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
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 It's like destined.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a family affair for sure.
Yeah.
It is. It's really funny. It's sometimes people will be like, McKendrick. And I'm like, yes, that's right. You know them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like stepping in? I mean, you've all your life saw your dad and your uncle, so you knew it was a male-dominated industry to begin with. So what was it like stepping in to it, but not working for them? So you didn't have it in if you weren't working with them, right?
So I started in my early to mid 20s, and not only being one of the few women in the room, but also being the youngest one in the room.
yeah.
Yeah.
That made a big difference. It's really hard to be taken seriously when you're 10, 15, 20, 30 years younger than
Right.
everybody else sitting in the room.
Right.
So I really had to work really hard to prove myself and do a lot of studying, right? And like, I had to know my crap.
Yeah.
I had to know what I was talking about so that people would, actually look at me
Yeah.
and sit down and listen. So it's definitely
we were just
a struggle.
talking about the average age for women in construction is 45 years old.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm still usually one of the youngest
Yes.
people in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing
Yeah.
to be, and now there's younger men in the room, but there's still not as many
Younger women.
women. Yeah.
Yes.
So
This is a compliment. But whenever I talk to you and look at you, like, I think that you're our age in the maturity level. And like,
You definitely don't look our age,
well, yes, like, well, I
but
mean,
your
what I mean-
inside say you're our age.
well,
Yeah.
like your experience and, like,
Yeah.
so in a good way.
Yes.
Yeah.
You carry
you look-
yourself
you
as an
look-
old soul.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
I get that a lot.
Yes.
I do get that a
you
lot.
look young. You don't look like us, but
Y'all look great.
you don't look like
Y'all
us.
look great.
All these wrinkles.
Stop. Remember, we're not talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
That's Gertie. That's Gertie.
That's right. You put her right there in the back in
Yeah.
her little rocking
She
chair.
can shave it.
Mhm.
Yep. That's right.
Silence the committee.
Yep.
Okay.
And our
so
committee only has one. Hers is Gertie and mine is Gladys.
Oh, I
what do
love
you?
that.
What do you say?
Oh, I call it the committee in my head.
Okay.
And I always say, like, there's two sides of my brain. There's one side selling the bullshit and the other side's buying it. And
That's
so
right.
there's like a committee just like constantly going on up there. I swear I'm not psycho.
No, but I see that like
but-
SpongeBob SquarePants. Remember, like in his brain, if you guys ever watch it with your kids, I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever seen it. And in his brain, he had like all these little SpongeBobs working and
Yeah.
writing out things, right? And like half of them were deleting it, and half of them were like
Yeah.
that's exactly you were
Totally.
now SpongeBob in my brain.
Okay, perfect.
Your brain is SpongeBob to me.
the committee. That's funny.
I like that,
Committee.
though.
Seriously
Yeah.
though, it's so hard. I was just talking to somebody about this earlier today, that sometimes it's hard to get all those, especially most of them are negative.
Mhm.
At least they are for me. And it's
Yep.
so
Same.
hard to get them to shut up
I
sometimes.
know.
It's like,
You have to literally
be
tell them.
quiet. Just be quiet.
It's
It's,
frustrating.
Yes.
We were just talking about that and like how to overcome that.
Mhm.
One of the things we read is you name it. So the fact that you've actually named
Named
it separates yourself from the negative talk,
Mhm.
right? So when it's not you thinking it, it's the committee thinking it.
Yes.
And my brain is Gladys, right?
I love that.
I even got like a whole like persona for her,
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, okay, Gladys, just go sit in your chair, smoke your corncob pipe and be quiet,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
You know, and
Exactly.
so it's just naming it though separates it,
Mhm.
the negative talk. And then it's like you associate that negative talk with somebody else, not
Yeah.
you. And so I love the fact that you've actually named it. I think
Yes.
all of our listeners need to name that negative
And I
side of their
wanna-
brain.
And I want to hear what
Please
name.
put it in the notes. I would
Yeah.
love in the comment section to
Yes.
hear what you've named your negative Nelly in your brain.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that.
So what are some of the challenges then, kind of going back? We got to, go back on topic here.
Always got to circle back.
Yeah. What are challenges you faced being that young, trying to come in? Because, we have an influx of young people coming into the industry right now, really pushing for workforce development.
Mm-hmm.
So what challenges did you have to overcome to get to where you are?
I feel like, obviously the biggest thing would be being taken seriously. But also everybody else has had all these years to develop their wealth of knowledge. And here I am just starting that. And so honestly, sometimes it's just being honest, like, hey, you know what? I don't know, but let me find out for you. Let me talk to, somebody else and let me find that information out for you. But, I would say, really just being given the time of day, and being taken seriously and just trying to catch up on all of that knowledge that I just haven't necessarily gotten yet because I haven't maybe experienced it or, I haven't had all these years to develop it.
Did you have a mentor?
I would probably
or a few.
Yeah, a few. My dad has been a huge mentor for me. He's usually the person that I call whenever I'm like, hey, especially whenever I was just getting started. Like, what does this mean? What is this? What's this part? What's a fitting?
Yeah.
How does this work? And he would explain it all to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll call you back in 30 minutes with another question.
That's awesome.
But another person that's been a huge mentor to me is Amy Burns. She's with Kohler. I know y'all recently had her on the podcast.
Yes.
When I joined the Builder Association back in, what was it? It was 22. So yeah, 2022. Me and her just clicked right away. I had no idea what I was doing when I joined the Builder Association. Like, I knew it was a great opportunity to network and meet new people and all of that. But like I don't think I portray myself necessarily as having a little bit of social anxiety, but I definitely do. It's in there. It's one of the committee members. So like walking into these rooms full of all these people and I'm like 20 something, like pepping my step, like young little Courtney and don't know what I'm doing here and all of that. But anyway, her and I just really clicked and she really took me under her wing and was like, okay, this is the way of the Builder Association. This is the way of, here, you need to meet this person. You need to meet this person. Call me anytime, And so she's been a huge
advocate for you.
Advocate for me, yes. Yeah. And just somebody that I can always ask, hey, what about this? Or what do you think I should do about that?
And what a great person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been, so between her and my dad, I would probably say those are my two biggest mentors.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Especially the women we know.
Yeah.
I
know. It's always nice whenever it's somebody you know.
Yeah. Was there a moment you felt like kind of like, okay, I belong here? Like, was there a moment that you kind of like got your footing and was like, okay, like I'm feeling like I belong?
I'm trying to think of like a specific moment. I would say
it's this moment right now.
It's this moment.
Oh,
it's this moment. Yeah, it's this moment.
I'm sorry. I had to throw that in.
Yes. It's this moment. This is the moment I feel like I belong.
I've reached
I'm on the famous podcast.
Oh my word.
What joking. I'm sorry. I had
this is the infamous podcast.
Oh my God.
I made a mistake. It's totally getting distracted from the question, but I made the mistake of mentioning it in a meeting the other day, and Xanica was like, "Don't talk about it,"
which is really bad. I need to be I'm proud. I'm still getting used to the whole like
the attention.
Yeah, and that's not. I don't like attention on me. I don't like being like, "Hi, I'm on a like," and when people truly know what's behind the podcast and the reason for the podcast.
There's so many good things that y'all are doing.
Yeah,
y'all are doing amazing stuff.
It's so I want to be like, okay, we have a podcast, but this isn't so that you can listen to us talk. I promise.
Yeah.
And then I run away. And then I run away. Do you know what I mean? Though?
I do. And it all goes back to advocating for yourself. We're just horrible at it.
Yeah. But I feel
it's hard to like even writing the bio.
We feel like it's bragging.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, I'm toting who I am. And men look at it like, dude, this is what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's just a statement. It isn't like, hey, look at me. It's a statement.
Yeah.
And that's how we need to look at it is this is a statement.
Yeah.
This isn't me
Mhm.
tooting my horn and,
Yeah.
doing all these things. It's a statement.
Yeah. I've always been taught like to be very humble. And I think I get so concentrated on it that I'm really bad at.
I'm
Yeah.
terrible at bragging on myself.
Yeah.
Terrible at
And
bragging on myself.
it's not bragging, it's advocating.
Yeah. And
Tell
Need
the
a better
committee.
word for it. Tell the committee.
Tell
it's
the
advocating,
Committee
Yeah.
is
not bragging.
advocating. And that is the word that I have to constantly think. I have to,
Mhm.
because if I don't do it, how am I to teach somebody else coming into this industry how to do it?
Yeah.
If I can't advocate for who I am and what I've done,
Mhm.
Exactly.
they're not going to do it either.
I have
Absolutely.
actually baby steps gotten a little bit better over
She has. You should have seen
time.
what she writes about herself now.
Well, because because
giving you crap.
because you have to.
Yeah.
Like you
Yes.
truly have to. You can't walk
Yes.
around being like, I suck. Like
No.
And people don't know what they don't know.
They
like,
thank you.
Exactly.
Like,
Thank you very much.
you have to tell them.
Yeah.
Like,
In the most humble way.
In the most humble way.
Confident, but humble.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. 100%. So anyway, I am so sorry. It was
no,
just
it's okay.
something that
Yeah.
just struck me
Okay.
as funny. And
Repeat the question.
Oh. was there a moment that you felt like you belonged, or like maybe a series of moments?
or like, I finally earned my step or my
Yeah.
seat at the table.
I think a moment that I really felt like I belonged was when I'd say first off, when I started to really feel like I knew what I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like I finally had some knowledge and some experience
Yeah.
and finally knew like, okay, I can hold a conversation,
Yeah.
on this. I don't know nothing,
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's not a huge moment that really stuck out. I will say, what a big moment for me was when I found out that I was nominated to be on the board of directors for the Fort Worth Builder Association. I was like, me?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like me?
Yep.
Really? Like what? Again, like what do I have? Like what
Right.
can I contribute to this? Like that was a big, I was like, oh my
Oh, you're making me tear up over here.
God. Like it was a big deal. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
couple years ago and I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Like I'm really started to feel like established
right.
Yeah.
in my career. Like, okay, I'm on the right path here.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And,
when people recognize the work that you're doing,
Mhm.
that is a huge
Yeah. Like I do belong here. Like
Yeah.
I am a part of this,
Right.
and to be able to walk into a room, not necessarily with the Builder Association, but just in general, and people be like, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you around before,
Yeah.
or you're Courtney, right?
right.
It's like, oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
That is me.
Courtney.
That is me.
You're so
the
cute.
committee's like, no, that's not who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, nope, that is me.
Yeah, yeah,
Aw,
I am.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, I would say that for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, let's jump on into
Yeah.
our
Yeah. Well, speaking
conversation.
on
Nitty-gritty.
you knowing that you were on the right path
Mhm.
and all that, there wasn't always times that you were on the right path as you
Mhm.
talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the reasons that we really wanted you to come on is because alcohol is such a prevalent thing in
Mhm.
our industry. We drink at after hours. We drink at golf tournaments. We do day drinking and happy hours. There's just so much alcohol that has really been involved in our industry. And so, you have a backstory to that.
Mhm.
Xanica has a backstory to that as to how that has affected you in your life. Yours was before, hers
Mhm.
was during,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So can you kind of go into a little bit of how that was for you?
So I was 23 whenever I quit drinking.
Which is
so
incredible, by the
way. Been a little over 8 years. I'm 31 now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
And you know, I mean, for me, it was.
When did you start?
A teenager.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, teenager.
Yeah.
Right.
Same for me.
Just
Same for
on
me.
average.
Yeah,
for everybody.
on average, you
Mhm.
know, just a little drink here, a little
Yeah.
drink there,
The
whatever.
parties on the weekends, whatever.
Yeah. So no big deal. But for me, you know, it happened really fast. It becoming more unmanageable and just not the right path. So I do suffer with like depression. I've suffered with it off and on since I was like a teenager. And so I think for me, it was a way to cope
Right.
a little bit,
Mhm.
and some anxiety and that sort of thing. The pressure of being in college and trying to figure out like what I'm supposed to do with my life. Like it always felt like I was supposed to have it all figured out.
Right.
Like, and that's not what I was told. It's just how I felt,
I
right?
think we all
Like,
feel that way.
and it's goes back to the circling back to the committee, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
that's how I felt. So like the pressure and all of that. So it just kind of got out of hand really fast for me. And it just kind of came to a head, you know, of just I just couldn't keep living like that, you know, like it just wasn't going to be good for me. You know, I was going to have no future.
Right.
I was,
Is that what caused you to drop out of school at that point? Or was it?
No, I dropped out of school before that.
Okay.
So I ended up landing a really great sales job with Penske Truck Leasing. And I just decided, I'm like, you know what? I just don't really feel like college is for me.
Mhm.
And I think I just want to go into sales. And, you know, at the time it was more of a break. And I ended up moving on in my career and I just never went back and finished.
Right.
But yeah, it was just, it's so hard to like put into words, even without the overindulging.
Yes.
It's still fun to go out. Like I was very much like, and I still am, like I'm a very social person. I like to be around people. And so even with drinking, I still love to be around people. Like I wasn't like a sit at home and drink kind of person. I wanted to be out having fun, out socializing, out with my friends, that sort of thing. So I still think like going out and doing things is a blast. Like, I go to concerts. I go do all the things. I still go to the happy hours, right?
Oh, you totally do. Yeah.
You do golf tournaments. You still participate on
everything.
Every level, just not that.
I just cheer them on with a water bottle in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, you go do that shot. You go, girl. Like, go do it. Drink that beer.
Do you feel any?
I'm gonna have a Dr. Pepper.
Discrimination because you're not drinking,
or any pressure at all? Or,
you know, I think my situation is kind of unique. Not that I'm unique, but the situation
you
because
are unique.
Well, because I came into the industry already not drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
So I wasn't somebody that was drinking and then wasn't, you know, so people didn't expect it from me.
Right. You came in already saying I don't drink.
Yeah. So kind of unique in that way. But I will say, like, I mean, I still like, oh, hey, do you want to get a drink? Do you want to go to a happy hour? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'm like, I'll go with you.
Right.
I'm going to drink a tall glass of Dr. Pepper on the rocks.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And they're like, oh, okay. Are you sure? You know?
Right.
My favorite thing is like,
are you okay?
Do you want just one?
Yeah.
You know, just one. And I'm like, no, really, like, I'm good.
Right.
Or
I'm good.
Or I would get like, did something happen?
Yes.
Like, I'm like,
it had to be like that, right? It couldn't just be you made a choice. It has to be, that is society pressure on.
Yeah.
And I think we're inundated with every football game is all about Bud Light and all about Coors Light and all about these beers. Every movie star has an alcohol, has some sort of tequila or whiskey.
Well, and when you even watch any show, there's like women with wine and you are already such a small percentage
Mm-hmm.
in a male-dominated industry. We're 11%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to fit in like with the good old boys and like grab that happy hour or whatever. So like we're already at like a disadvantage. So when you come into an environment where there's people drink beer at lunch sometimes or a drink or whatever they have.
Or
Some
happy hour at 3, day drinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like you said, golf tournaments, dinners.
This episode is brought to you by Champions Marketing and Navian, the #1 brand of gasless tank water heaters in the United States. Tired of running out of hot water or dreading your energy bill? Navian has you covered. Their tankless water heaters deliver endless hot water on demand, only heating what you actually use. And their heat pump water heaters are up to 3 times more energy efficient than a standard unit, saving you serious money every year. Learn more at navianinc.com, that's NAVIENINC.com, or championsmarketing.com.
I did feel like, especially in the beginning, I will say like those first few years, right, of me not drinking and coming into the industry and all of that, like that was different because I still wasn't quite as comfortable as I am now with just saying like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like it was still fresh, you know? And so now it's a little different because it has been quite a while, but there was, I'm, let's see, how do I put it? Like, I'm the person that always feels like I need to over-explain what.
That's how
like,
I am.
I have a friend that says no is a complete sentence.
Yep. Yes, it's
Sure
so true.
is.
And I'm so bad about that. I'll be like, no, because blah, 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 blah,
That's
blah.
me.
And like, I feel like I need to explain myself.
You know where that
And
comes
I've-
from? It comes from the pressure of being in a male-dominated industry where we have to explain ourselves for everything that we do, not just alcohol, everything. I did this because of this, instead of saying, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? We
like
have to give
justifying.
excuses and
Yeah.
justify everything we do. And that is where that's why that comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And if they ask me, then I'll be like, oh, I just don't drink.
Yeah.
And they're like, ever?
Yeah, it's
Ever?
so funny.
I think I said that.
You have like 4. You did?
I did.
Oh, how
Remember when we
funny.
were getting ready for...
Oh, that was
and
so
that's
fun.
when I
That
found
was
out. And we're in
fun.
there and
Yeah.
we're like, you know, I'm having some wine in there. I'm like, you want? You're like, no, I don't drink. And I think I
You
said
go,
ever.
That's
Yes,
the most
right.
common response
But it was a
ever.
very bonding
Yeah.
experience.
They look at you like you have 4 eyeballs on your forehead. Like truly.
Well, like you said, it's such a rare thing in our industry not to that you
Yeah.
think that there is something wrong, right? Whereas this generation that's coming in, the Gen Z, they don't drink at all.
Mm-mm.
It's not, they're more into holistic, healthy edibles or, you know, something that is a little bit more, they're all about their working out. It's a different mindset, which is great. I think it's fantastic because eventually they're going to come in and that is going to be how the industry will be is alcohol won't be such a center, right? Alcohol sales are down 20% since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's going to change.
That's all because I quit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But you're going to be able, when they come in, you're like, yeah, well, I don't drink too. And you're going to have more and more.
Yeah.
I do love it though, as more events that we do, there are more non-alcoholic options.
Oh yeah.
People are now starting to consider that as a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's slowly changing. And it could be the fact that more women are coming in and we don't drink as much. I don't know. But I love the fact that I'm starting to see that at more events, more after hours, they're providing something for people who aren't drinking.
Yeah.
A mocktail.
Yeah.
Restaurants are going crazy with mocktails.
Yeah.
Right? So there are more options now. So I think that's a positive side of it.
Absolutely.
Well, and just like the social acceptance of not drinking. Like 5 years ago, there's no way I would have come on this podcast and talked about this. There's no way.
Right.
Right.
There's no way. Even now it's a little scary, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just right. I mean, it's kind of like we talked about before it started. Like if it's helpful to one person, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, that's all it.
Exactly.
There's somebody else that has decided to stop drinking for whatever reason it is.
Yeah.
It's their own personal reason. It could be a big reason. It could be no reason at all. It could be a health reason. And we should be able to say, well, good for you. I'm going to have a glass of wine, right?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't bother them. Because one thing that I'm very cognizant of and having an alcoholic husband was supporting their journey, right? So I was going to drink if they're not going to drink.
Yeah.
So I'm always, well, are you okay if I have one? Like, especially if it would be just me and you, right? If it's in a group, it's different. But I think being cognizant of it's not an easy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're caught up in that.
Yeah.
And we do it
it's
with you.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It
like
is everywhere.
you can't, there's no restaurant that doesn't have, I mean, there are, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no restaurant that doesn't have a bar, and it's just everywhere.
It is.
All the commercials, all the, like y'all were saying,
Everything,
I mean, everything, it's everywhere.
What I think is interesting is that when I entered this industry, you know, I don't think I knew anyone that didn't drink.
Yeah.
I did.
Or didn't drink, at least, even if they didn't drink, they had a beer and would drink something.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't big drinkers, everybody had something in their hand.
Right. And then like as time has gone on, so okay, that was 2014. And then as time has gone on and I, you know, made a decision to get a healthier lifestyle with alcohol and get sober and stuff, then you start, and maybe it's just because you're consciously, okay, who can I connect with that's not drinking? Because I'm not going to lie, when I stopped, like I got like comments like, well, that's a terrible idea. And like all kinds of
Yours was different though, because you stopped and knew all these people and all of a sudden it changed. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I entered
Then people
the
have
industry.
questions.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
And they
like,
wanna
did
know
you
all
get
up
a
in your business?
DWI?
Right.
Did you like, you know, fall off a bridge? I mean, I don't know,
Did
whatever.
you stumble down
Did
your
you-
stairs?
Yeah, like did
Get
something
stitches.
happen? Like, and they just, it's almost like they can't even fathom like why you would want to stop, you know?
And then I think we feel like we have to make excuses. Oh, I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Right? I'm cutting alcohol. I need to lose some weight and I don't want to drink my extra calories. I've said that before. If I don't feel like drinking. And instead of just like you said, no, I'm just not doing it tonight. I
Right.
still want to.
Yeah.
Well, and so like I was saying earlier, in like being in sales, like you're not just selling a product, you also feel like you're selling like your ability to belong. And truly, you don't belong if you're a non-drinker in this industry. Like it's changing, but you can feel that way. I have felt that way, you know, and it's, you know, but it is getting better, I think. And now I can actually say that I know about 10 women that don't drink and that I never knew. I had no idea. And whether it's AA or whatever journey they were on to, you know,
Or just chose not to.
yeah, chose not to, or whatever it is. And so now I do know more people that are choosing not to drink, but it's few and far between still.
Yeah.
I don't
Drinking
know.
just messes with my hormones now.
Well, there's so
cortisol.
many. I kind of felt like I was spiraling. Like it's like you live in this like
Right.
it feels like you're like on this hamster wheel. It's hard to explain. I don't know.
Well, and I think for every
it's
person,
different.
every journey is different.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
had any of that. It wasn't something that
You didn't use it to cope.
I did not.
If you use it to cope and you
Yes.
start to kind of rely on it like a Band-Aid and to cope with, like I had all this undealt with anxiety for years.
Right.
And here I am thinking something's wrong with me.
Right.
And then I didn't deal with my hormones. And then I think more stuff is wrong with me.
Right.
And the stress of a demanding job, and you have 2 kids. And
Right.
before you know it, you're like, it kind of spiraled out of control.
Well, and I think socially drinking has replaced smoking. So when you hold something in your hand, right?
Yeah.
You
feel more
You
secure.
feel more
Yeah.
secure and not as socially awkward.
Yeah.
So in the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was all about smoking. Well, as that became less and less of a thing, and people realized it caused cancer, well, then we moved into alcohol. Alcohol didn't cause cancer. You know, the research hadn't been done. It causes cancer, y'all. And so now we move over to drinking, right? So having that something in your hand constantly is a social thing as well when you're uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
even
kinda
now,
how it started.
when I go to a function or whatever, I mean, the first thing I do is beeline it to the bar to get a bottle of water.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to have something in my
your
hand.
Yep.
Even though I don't drink alcohol anymore, it's still
I'm the same exact way.
look, like,
Yeah.
like gotta have something. I feel
our
empty
whoopee.
without holding it, you
It's
know?
our whoopee.
Right? It's like your security blanket.
Yes,
kind of.
exactly. Your security Stanley.
Right. I love it. I love it. But it's true.
It's truly a psychological thing, though, as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
it is. I think for some people, it doesn't even start as a problem. It like kind of starts as survival.
Yes.
Like, because
100%.
It's like you never ever intended to like, go down a road where you couldn't not like
control.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't control it.
That almost makes me go, do I really want that glass of wine?
Yeah.
When I was, it was so hard, by the way. But when I was going through this time, in the beginning, I would read all these books and all these books went down all these roads. I mean, scientific. Who's that? I feel like every time we should answer the phone.
That's our job. That's our job.
Right? It is sales.
It's all our job.
So fun to get a spam call and do that.
Hey, you got your builder calling? Oh, yeah, I'll take your call. I mean, hello. Right? I mean,
just part of it.
Hey,
I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. I apologize.
It's all part of the experience. But
it's reality.
It's totally reality. What were we talking about?
Alcohol.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
and your journey.
Well, I mean, reading about how bad it is for you. And that was terrifying. I mean, it's not good for you, but you don't think of it as because they describe it, it's ethanol, it's what's in gasoline.
Oh, yeah.
Your brain is dying.
Yep.
And I come from
your liver enzymes are going up.
All your organs, everything. Oh,
yes. It's horrible for you.
Oh, it's so
your
bad.
Joints.
So it makes it makes me feel like it should be illegal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It
absolutely.
I mean, it's just as damaging as any other drug.
I hear that
I'd rather be on the road with a stoner than a drunk person.
Exactly.
At least they're going slower.
100%.
Well, exactly.
And you don't hear about stoners getting in arguments and fights, beating each other. Right? You don't hear about that.
No, you don't. And isn't because it's grown in the earth, it's somewhat medicinal. I don't know. I'm not being
stuff that they put
I'm not saying I'm an advocate. I'm just saying
it's because liquor companies have the ear of all of our congressmen. And so that is why it has not been illegal.
Well, it's something. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say something I read once was that for some people, it's like an allergy. Your reaction to alcohol. So okay, so I'm allergic to bananas. Would I go and if I have a bad reaction to bananas?
Are you really?
Yeah, I really am. It's the most random allergy ever.
It is. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's so random. But yeah, so I'm allergic to bananas, throat closing and all the things. I don't carry an EpiPen because it's bananas. I can avoid them.
Peanuts.
Exactly.
Peanuts are everywhere.
But if I have a bad reaction to that, am I going to sit down and eat another banana?
Yeah.
Why would I do the same thing with alcohol?
Yeah.
So it just kind of, when I read that and it was in a self-help book, and I was like, wow, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Why would I put something in my body that makes me feel like crap if I don't have to have it to survive? I survive just fine without bananas. Why can't I survive just fine without alcohol?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and it's so I don't know, you get to an age, I think I'm seriously 85, but I really did think to myself, what example am I setting for my kids?
That's not 85. That's a mom.
No, it is a mom, but I want them to know that they can have fun and cope without it.
Yes.
I don't want them to think that
that is
every
the only
celebration
way.
has to have it.
Yeah.
Every dark day, gotta grab a drink.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to look at you going, oh, mommy had a bad day. She needs a glass of wine.
Well, what does that say to them?
Right.
That's it. That's how
you'll cope.
Right.
Yep. 100%.
So
I have a friend that we knew each other before I quit drinking, and then we knew each other after. And he told me, we hadn't seen each other in probably a year. And we met for dinner one night, and it was after I quit drinking. And he was like, man, Courtney, I think you act crazier now than you ever did. And I was like, yeah, because I was trying to be on my best behavior the whole time, like,
now it doesn't matter.
Now it doesn't matter because
you know what you said.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no blacking out or forgetting what you did.
Yep.
So you can just be your, I do.
Goofy self.
Yeah. It's incredible how much more intentional and present and.
Yes. And what you remember.
Oh my word. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Yeah.
What's awesome is to be able to go to a concert and not even have to take videos because you remember the whole thing.
Oh, that's.
Oh, yeah. I'm the same way though. Even when I'm drinking, I get so few videos of because I want to be so present and I want to remember it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't drink like crazy, but I usually remember everything, But I keep thinking to myself, why am I taking all these? You never go back and watch them again, right?
I used to take so many videos.
Yes. And you're never going to go back and spend that time of the 22,000 videos that I have on my phone. So why am I staring at it behind a small screen?
Mm-hmm.
So I've stopped doing that where I'm like, I just want to be present in that moment and thoroughly enjoy the music and remember what song they played.
Yeah.
Versus trying to get the angle right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so true though.
Clicking on the screen to try to make it go into focus.
And you're missing half of the stuff going on up there. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to be present because I love music too. And I love being able to remember. I remember anything now and it has nothing to do with alcohol, but it's more.
Brace yourself.
My memory is crap and it has nothing to do with alcohol.
Yes. So. Being a mom of two kids and.
How old are your kiddos?
They're 2.5 and 4.
Hot diggity
2 boys.
I don't know how you do it.
They are crazy.
They are crazy, but they're going to be so much easier as they get older.
I answered the phone the other day and we were in the McDonald's drive-thru because once a week they get Happy Meals. It's like their treat. But I had this, speaking of answering the phone when a builder calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
He called me back and I was like, boys, I got to answer this. Shh. And I picked up the phone and I'm like, hey. And we're like talking and then the noises start, right? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm in the car with my kids. And then the noises on his end start. He's got kids in the background and he's like, because it's like 5:30,
Yeah.
And he's like, it's fine. It's happening on my side too. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Like one's screaming, the other one's laughing, it's like, it's fine.
Yep.
Everybody understands. Ever since COVID, people really, since everybody had to work from home for so long, like they're way more accepting of, a random noise in the background or a random dog bark in the background.
Some of the best COVID stories are like when they're trying and they're being interviewed on TV, right? But everybody's at their home office and little babies come crawling in with like no clothes on. And I remember he's trying to like take like something like a piece of paper so you can't see his kid naked. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so real. He can't stop it. It's on the BBC. He's being interviewed.
Yeah.
Like, and it cracks.
Or the cat jumps up on the desk.
Oh my gosh.
Just like walking across the screen. Like, what are you going to do?
Yes. That's when everything stopped being so flippin' perfect all the time.
Yeah.
And I think people realized that there was a different kind of reality out there. That is the one thing I think that really came out of good of COVID. Anyway, we're not talking about COVID. So.
See how we get on this?
I know.
Yeah,
I brought it up. I'm sorry.
No, girl.
You're
it is
totally
not.
fine.
That is just. So how do you cope then with your stress? If alcohol was your coping mechanism, what do you do now?
Honestly, I don't do it.
Was it a mind shift in your brain?
Yeah, honestly, it was more of a mind. That's a great way to put it. It was more of like I changed my perspective a lot.
Okay.
And, but I would say, I do like a lot of self-care, especially with having 2 little ones,
Good
like
for you.
I go get my pedicure. I go get my nails done. I go get my hair done.
Good.
I do things like that. Like I make time for those things. Like I try really hard to just take care of myself. And also, I mean, let's be honest, like I do see a psychiatrist, right?
Good for you.
I take medication, and you know what?
That's okay.
Mommy's happy pills,
okay.
you know, gotta have them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I also like make time to hang out with my friends, you know.
So you set your boundaries and your priorities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, really a lot of that, I mean, that goes a long way for me.
Mhm.
It's just making sure that work-life balance, like, because if I get it's really easy for me to get off balance, right? Like I'll focus too much on work or too much at home. And it's just like, I know we talk about that a lot. Like, you know, this week it was more of a home week, right? Like one of the kids got sick, and, you know, or last week my husband had his hip replaced, which really is true. Like last week he had his hip replaced. So last week, you know, was a little more of a home
right.
outweighed the work life, you know? So really just trying to keep myself honest, you know, and like knowing my truth, like where am I really at? Like, how am I really feeling? Is everything fine, or is it really not fine? And I'm just pretending like it
yourself.
is. Yes.
Okay.
I try to stay very self-aware with just where I'm really at, truly at. And, you know, I mean, let's be honest, like most of the time I can say, oh yeah, I'm fine. It's great. Everything's fine. I mean, that's my favorite thing, is saying it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. And I say it more in a joking manner, but like in reality, is it really, you know, and just trying to stay really true to myself.
Right.
I try to stay really authentic.
Yeah.
Like I try to make sure that the version of myself that everybody sees is really the true version of myself. 'Cause for so long I would try to be the person that you want me to be.
I think that's how we were taught,
you
though,
know,
to adapt as children, and especially girls, is what did they want out of us? We have to adapt to that adult
and
that teacher.
I'm a people pleaser at heart. I 100%. I want people to like me. I want to make people happy, and that is like detrimental sometimes.
Yeah.
It really is. Like it goes a long way for me in a good way, but at the same time, it's like, again, with the balance, like you got to have, you know,
both of them.
But
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we are running out of time, so we're going to
Yes.
have to end this. And a huge thank you to you for showing up with honesty and courage, and reminding us that success doesn't have to be at a cost of our well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to add to that. The most powerful shift. Ugh. The most powerful shift happens when you realize you don't have to become someone else to succeed. You know, like you don't have to.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer to anyone.
Nope.
You don't have
Especially when it comes to something so personal as alcohol, because it is nobody's business.
Yeah.
It's not your boss's business. It's not your
No.
coworker's business. It's nobody's business but yours.
No.
Yeah.
And how you choose to handle that is your choice.
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
Hi. How are you?
Good. You want to read the middle part there?
Oh, yeah. Today's episode is a reminder that you don't have to follow the traditional playbook to thrive in sales or in construction. You can build meaningful relationships, grow your career, and show up as your strongest self without sacrificing your mental health or your values.
And if this episode resonated with you, please drop a comment down below. Let us know who the voice is in your head, your negative Nelly. We really want to know that.
I do.
Click subscribe.
Yeah.
We're just so appreciative for our audience, and we're so glad that you're here today. So until next time, keep building, keep leading, and most importantly, keep showing up as you. Xanica, take it away.
You can sit at the table, build relationships, and close deals without compromising who you are. The industry doesn't need more women who fit in. It needs more women who change the culture.
Love that. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank
Love
you,
you. Bye.
Courtney.
Thank you for having
so much
me.
for being here.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
BuildHERS Club is a production by Monarch Media Hub.
Recorded and edited by MZ Studios and executive produced by the amazing Abigail Thompson.
Hosted by me, Teresa Williams.
And me, Xanica Scusa. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, message us on Instagram at BuildHERS Club.
Or email us at hello@monarchmediahub.com. That's HELLO@monarchmediahub.com.
And as always, when commenting, please use grace. We're here to build each other up.